Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how you can get access to BBC iPlayer in case you're not in the right country, which is the UK. As you can tell, it says right here, BBC iPlayer is only available in the UK. If you're using a proxy or VPN, please turn off any of these services and try again. Now, I'm not using any VPN or proxy or anything like that, and I'm outside the UK, so I'm getting this screen right here. That's why I'm getting it. Now, I will use a VPN just to demonstrate how this works, because that's basically the only way that you can get access to BBC iPlayer, because it already does a pretty good job at detecting VPN. So unless you do what I'm about to show you, you're not really going to be able to access it unless you go back to the UK. So I'm going to be using ExpressVPN to demonstrate. I'll link it in the description down below in case you guys would like to follow along. So the way this works is I'm just going to go to VPN locations and go to Europe, United Kingdom, and choose, let's just go with East London. Now what this will do, once I connect to this VPN, it'll make it look like I'm in the UK myself. But that's not all. There are a couple of things that you have to keep in mind, because if you had already tried to access BBC iPlayer and it gave you the screen, you're still not going to be able to access it even when you connect to the VPN. And the reason is you need to delete your cookies. So in case this doesn't work, let me just give it a refresh and show you guys how this works. If I click on watch now, I might be able to watch it. I might not be able to, but it's asking me to sign in here. So I'm just going to sign in. Now you'll see, now that I'm signed in, I should be able to watch it. Now I'm using incognito mode, by the way, which is why I didn't have to delete my cookies or cache. I'll get to the license part in just a little bit, but all you have to do if you are not using incognito, let me just pull up the normal window, and you just have to go to settings, and from here go to privacy and security, go to delete browsing data, and just stay at the basic level and just delete just up to the part when you try to access BBC iPlayer. So if it's the past hour, then just delete the cookies and other site data, as well as the cached images and files of that last hour when you tried to access BBC iPlayer from a country where it's not available, and just simply click delete data and you'll be able to get access to BBC iPlayer again in case it didn't let you in. So that's the workaround. Now here, I'm just going to tell them, yes, I do have a license and there's nothing they can do about it. And I'll go ahead and just play this and we're good to go. This is essentially how you can get access to BBC iPlayer in case you're outside the UK and you're not able to access BBC iPlayer. And the cool thing about BBC iPlayer is that it's essentially a free streaming service for everybody that's in the UK. So that's how you can get access to BBC iPlayer. Now you might ask, can I access this using a free VPN? Because obviously ExpressVPN is not a free VPN, although they do have a 30-day money-back guarantee and a 7-day free trial. I believe they still have that, but only on mobile phones, not really on the PC. On the PC or your TV, you're just going to get a 30-day money-back guarantee where you can test out the VPN, and in case you don't like it, you can just ask for a refund. I would recommend a free VPN, and if I were to recommend one, it would be Proton VPN, but unfortunately with the free version, you're less likely to just access BBC iPlayer, and you will have limited servers, and I don't think they have the UK server really on offer with the free service. You'll have to pay for it to get access to the UK server, not to mention that the streaming capability itself is restricted to paid servers and not the free servers. You could use Windscribe, but again, it's less likely that you'll be able to access streaming services with a free VPN, not to mention that I wouldn't really recommend using any free VPN, which is why I pulled up Proton here. Proton's paid version is an excellent VPN, but again, the free version is just going to be limited. It's just meant for security, not necessarily for entertainment purposes, which is what we're doing right here. So if entertainment and accessing streaming services, including all kinds of other Netflix libraries and shows that may not be available in your local region, then using a reliable VPN is the best way to go. So there's Express. There's also the paid version of Proton. There's also a couple of other VPNs called NordVPN and Surfshark. I'll put them up on the screen so that you're familiar with how they look like. Otherwise, I personally like to use ExpressVPN, but I will link everything in the description down below in case you guys are interested. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.